von Spakovsky. Hans, thank you so much for being here. And so what is the significance of the Mueller team filing this new charge against this international lawyer working for a New York-based firm?
Well, it has absolutely nothing to do with the 2016 election. I mean, the lie that he's being indicted for regards his involvement with Paul Manafort and advice he was apparently giving to Manafort. And remember, Manafort's been indicted not for anything to do with the 2016 campaign, but because of his dealings with the Ukrainian government many years before the election. So once again, we have an indictment that really has nothing to do with the collusion investigation.
And this is clearly, in my humble legal estimation, just an attempt at getting more leverage against Paul Manafort. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I certainly do, because remember, that this guy's being indicted for lying to the FBI. He's not being indicted for the underlying conduct, which had to do with him apparently giving legal advice to Manafort.
Okay, let's go into the next phase of our interview, which many people would say is the most important one.
Right.
Coming for Comey, Mr. Nunes there demanding the dossier answers from the former FBI director and a whole spate of top officials in the State Department and in our senior intelligence agencies. What do you make of all this?
Well, look, Nunes has taken the logical next step. We now know that the Steele dossier was the basis for the FISA application. And remember, that FISA application is what led a court to approve electronic surveillance or spying on the Trump transition team. So the next logical step is for Nunes to find out what officials knew that this was paid for opposition research that had not been verified, and when did they know it? Because, frankly, it's an abuse of the FISA statute to use opposition research to authorize spying on an American citizen. And
we just saw on the full screen we put up on the screen there, it said, if you do not respond, we will resort to compulsory process. A two-parter for you here. What compulsory process can Devin Nunes put forward to force these individuals to respond, and what defenses do they have to not respond?
Well, he can authorize subpoenas to be issued against them if they refuse to respond. They can take the Fifth Amendment. If they refuse to respond to the subpoenas, unfortunately, the House Intelligence Committee has to rely on the Department of Justice to enforce the subpoenas. And you may recall, during the Obama administration, on several occasions, the Obama Justice Department refused to enforce subpoenas like the ones issued against, for example, the former Attorney General.
The interconnectedness of all the players involved here is basically, you know, what President Trump was referring to when he called it the swamp. Thank you so very much, sir. Hans von Spakovsky. Appreciate your time.